I mean, it's very interesting that one of them that I have on the list is weight loss products. Joyce took Fen-Phen a few years ago. She's practicing doctor, and then they found out people were getting heart attacks and strokes and all that, and it was a huge lawsuit. And so she got worried, and of course she stopped it, and they pulled the drug. People don't want to take drugs for weight loss. People want to use herbal medicine. Maura's come home excited the other day. She said on Oprah there was a weight loss herb that grows in the Amazon, and it's ACDI. I think that's how they spell it, and some describe it as a berry, some describe it as a fruit. You can have juice, powder, you name it. And Wikipedia talks about being an antioxidant, and maybe you can lose your appetite. Okay, good. Well, that's great, especially for the pygmies in the Amazon, which have hardly anything to eat, and that's why they're all so skinny. And they're also about 3'9", 3'8" high. So I don't know what to say. People want herbal medicine. People want weight loss programs. They don't want to just, whoops. Oh, I got timed out for a second. My wife doesn't want to stop putting food in her mouth. See, that's the best weight loss program. That was one. Weight loss. Number two, biotech companies that are involved in any pain relief drugs. Again, put such a hardship on your heart, on your liver. I mean, a lot of these things, they never pass late stage 3 trials. So that's another one on my list that you should stay away from. Don't have nothing to do with it. Another, you could pull out some cancer biotechs, such as, they just are applying, Limcoma is just applying Erbitux to do something with brain cancer. But I mean, very hard, very hard. Brain cancer is extremely hard. Liver cancer, I mean, you know your experience with cell genesis and cell therapeutics. You know your experience with cell therapeutics. That was a disaster, although you got out in time. Fine. We're dealing with lung cancer. It's very, extremely difficult. I wouldn't be bothered with those. Those are slim chances. So to answer that question, not so hot. To answer your question about amylin, amylin's got something, and what they've got is this. It's first, they're up for a monotherapy for this Vieta. Now, Vieta, the reason the stock collapsed and I got interested again in it right after the collapse is because there was 5 deaths with people that had pancreatitis. Everybody knows that if you got a problem with diabetes, you could have pancreatitis anyway, so it doesn't matter. But 5 people died. Sad to say. It crushed the stock. Stock went from 35 to 9, 8. But that's a good one because they'll just put a black box warning on at the very worst. They're just going to say, have the patient and the doctor watch out for pancreatitis. 5 people? My heavens. Now, 5 people, there must have been 100 died of lung cancer just smoking for the 5 that died of pancreatitis in the last year and a half that take Vieta. So now what we got? So it's up for a monotherapy. So you won't need anything else to take that injection. But good news, next summer they'll be through with the phase 3 study on a once-a-week shot. That may have something great. So you got an immediate pop in the next couple of months. You've got the next summer pop of phase 3 data. FDA may approve this my heavens, once a week shot would revolutionize the industry, and the stock would be $40 or $45. And then they're working on it, phase 1 right now, but it's a pill. Yeah, trust me, who wouldn't take a pill for diabetes? Okay, case closed. God knows what the stock could be then. But so here's one with 3 possibilities. I only got involved in this stock back in September for only one reason. Not because of that. I know this stock. I made money on it before. But because Carl Icahn bought 7.3% of the company. He expects that somebody's going to buy that company. And it's not like you wishing, hoping, and praying. This guy is a multi-billionaire. He's going to make it happen. That's what he did to Inclome. Inclome last month, he sold it to Eli Lilly for $70 a share. Now that's not bad. I traded it when it was, and you were here. I told you when they had all that problem with Sam Waxel, and he was going to jail, and they arrested poor Martha Stewart and all that. The stock cratered down to 4.5, 5, 6, 7. I owned it then. I owned as much as Martha Stewart owned, and she went to jail. But I didn't sell it when it was 60. No, I only bought it. Who am I? I bought it at 4 3/4 and 5 and 6. But I said goodbye when it was 8, 9, 10. I traded at 11. I didn't go for that beautiful end of the rainbow. That's not me. I'm not an investor. I'm a lousy investor. I'm having a lot of fun. So if you want something that's got possibilities, and a billionaire thinks there's possibilities, not me, but a billionaire thinks so. And he's the kind of a guy in the business to have this company sold to somebody someday. I won't be there for that grand moment, trust me. But there's to say yes. Lastly, because I know I could talk all night, but I know it's going to take you a while to download it. I could download 15, 20 minutes of this video in about 25 seconds, but I got a state-of-the-art Mac and a 5 meg cable in here, and so I'm going to end it up with a. There was one more question that or proposition you put to me, and that is with your purchase of Chesapeake oil or Chesapeake gas. You told me you could have traded it a couple of times since you've owned it for the last 3 weeks. Well, I don't have it up on the streaming quotes. I only have up on the streaming quotes usually just what I own. It's only 2 or 3 or 4, no more than 5 at any one time. I could, if I was to trade Chesapeake, I could maybe trade it once or twice a day since you bought it. At least maybe once a day. Could have traded it. At least could have bought it one day and sold it the next day, or bought it in the morning and sold it in the afternoon. But see, you're still an investor. You still want to own the thing. You still want to love that piece of paper. And they don't even have paper nowadays, Tom. There's nothing to love. There's only ticker symbols and little numbers. There's nothing to fall in love with. So give my best to Max, and I will say goodbye. Now, it's going to take a little while to download this beauty. I got about 17 and a half minutes of airtime. This is my debut, actually. I've never put anything on YouTube. Ashley put this thing up to get it ready. And now what do I got to do is just press the button. So I'm going to ask Ashley, what button do I press?
The bottom right.
Oh, over here?
Yep.
Okay. Sayonara. Peace.